Once upon a time, there was a lovely forest called Featherwood. It was a magical place full of tall trees and pretty flowers. The animals who lived there were always happy and friendly. Every year, they had a special day called the Berry Bonanza. On this day, all the animals would gather to pick berries. They would run through the forest looking for the sweetest fruits. Some liked red berries, while others preferred blue ones. But everyone agreed that berry picking day was the best day of the year. The forest was alive with excitement on Berry Bonanza Day. Squirrels scampered up trees to reach high branches. Rabbits hopped from bush to bush, their noses twitching. Even the birds joined in, flying low to spot the juiciest berries. The air was filled with happy chatter and laughter. Friends called out to each other, sharing their finds. It was a day of joy and togetherness in Featherwood Forest. Everyone looked forward to the big race at the end of the day. In Featherwood Forest lived three best friends. There was Floyd the Fox with his bushy red tail, Doc the Owl with his big round eyes, and Feathers the Blue Jay with her pretty blue wings. They were always up to something fun and silly. Floyd was quick and clever. He could run faster than anyone else in the forest. Doc was very smart and knew all about the different kinds of berries. Feathers was small but brave. She could fly to places the others couldn't reach. Every year, these three friends joined the Berry Bonanza race. They each wanted to win the Golden Berry Trophy. But more than that, they loved spending time together. They would laugh and joke as they picked berries side by side. This year, they had a plan. Floyd would use his speed to cover more ground. Doc would use his knowledge to find the best berries. And Feathers would fly up high to spot berry patches. They were sure their teamwork would help them win. The day of the Berry Bonanza finally arrived. All the animals gathered at the starting line. They held their empty baskets, ready to fill them with berries. Floyd, Doc, and Feathers stood together, excited to begin.
On your mark, get set, go.
And they were off. Floyd dashed into the forest, his paws barely touching the ground. Doc flew from tree to tree, his eyes scanning for berries. Feathers soared high above, calling out where to find the best patches. The forest was buzzing with activity. Berries plopped into baskets with satisfying sounds. Friends called out to each other, sharing their finds. Forest Animal 1, look at these big red ones. Forest Animal 2, oh, these blue ones are so sweet. The air was filled with happy voices and the smell of fresh berries. As the day went on, the baskets grew heavier. Floyd's basket was full of red berries. Doc's had mostly blue ones, and Feathers had collected a mix of colors. They were all very proud of their hard work. The finish line was just ahead, and they couldn't wait to see who would win. As the race neared its end, something strange happened.
Oh no, let me help you with those berries, little rabbit.
Floyd stopped to help a little rabbit who had dropped her berries. In his hurry to catch up, he accidentally grabbed the wrong basket. It was full of blueberries instead of his red ones.
Time for a little rest.
Meanwhile, Doc had landed on a branch to rest. He put down his basket for a moment, but when he picked it up again, he didn't notice it was a different one. This basket had a mix of colorful berries, not just his blue ones.
Whoops. Oh dear, my berries.
Feathers was flying so fast she bumped into a tree. Her basket fell and spilled everywhere. Kind animals helped her pick up the berries, but in the confusion, she ended up with a basket of red berries instead of her mixed ones. None of the friends noticed the mix-up. They were too excited about finishing the race. They rushed towards the finish line, each thinking they had their own basket. Little did they know, a big surprise was waiting for them at the end. At the finish line, Mr. Badger was ready to judge the berries. He looked at Floyd's basket first.
My, I didn't know foxes liked blueberries so much.
What? These aren't my berries.
Floyd was confused. He looked in his basket and gasped. These weren't his berries. Next was Doc's turn. Mr. Badger peered into his basket.
What a colorful mix, Doc. I thought you only collected blue ones.
These aren't the berries I picked. Oh my.
Doc's big eyes grew even bigger with surprise. These weren't the berries he had picked. Finally, it was Feathers' turn. Mr. Badger looked at her basket of red berries.
Feathers, did you only pick red ones today?
Oh my goodness, this isn't my basket at all.
The three friends looked at each other in shock. Then they started to laugh. They laughed so hard, tears rolled down their cheeks. All the other animals joined in the laughter. It was the funniest mix-up Featherwood Forest had ever seen. As the laughter died down, Floyd, Doc, and Feathers realized something important. It didn't matter whose berries were whose. What mattered was the fun they had together.
Let's mix all our berries into one big basket.
Great idea, Floyd.
Yes, let's do it.
Mr. Badger was impressed by their teamwork.
You've shown us the true spirit of the berry bonanza. It's not about winning, but about sharing and having fun together.
He awarded them all a special golden berry trophy for friendship. The three friends shared their berries with everyone in Featherwood Forest. They made berry pies, berry jam, and berry juice. It was the sweetest berry bonanza anyone could remember. And it was all because of a silly mix-up. From that day on, the berry bonanza became a team event. Animals worked together to collect berries, just like Floyd, Doc, and Feathers. And every year, they would laugh and remember the great berry mix-up. It was a story that would be told in Featherwood Forest for many years to come.